Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kellen, and today we're going to be making some African style oven baked chicken wings. I am first going to start with my dry rub, and this is everything that's on here. I'm going to call this out, and I'm also going to type all the ingredients down in the description box. So we're going to start off with some black pepper out, and so I usually just go as much as the spirit leads, I guess. Next is paprika, just for the color. I don't like it to be too bland, I have some onion powder. Mind you, I've already very well washed my chicken, if I missed that in my intro. Garlic powder. Some ginger powder. I'm also going to add some Montreal chicken seasoning. Some seasonal, but it's also called the perfect seasoning, I guess. Seasonal total. Then some sea salt. I'm going to add some white pepper and some African nutmeg, and that's usually something that you can find at the international store. Oh, it's also called Rondells. So it's not an African nutmeg, it's Rondells or country onion. And the best, but not the least, is the Bouillon powder. You definitely can't bake chicken in an African household without some of this. I'm gonna get some gloves, and then we're gonna dig in and mix this all together. I already have my oven preheated at 400 degrees. I'm gonna now add some olive oil just to kind of help us with the mixture. And don't be stingy with the olive oil. Get in there. I'm now going to mix everything together, and we're gonna go to the next step. I actually pre-cut my wings. That way the spices can go in. So just before I forget to tell you guys about that. Let me get in there. Because we like maximum flavor and just full on good food. I'm also going to blend some seasoning and add, and then leave it to marinate for about 30 minutes to an hour before putting it in the oven. Now that we have this all marinated, I'm going to start on my wet spices. So my wet seasoning, I have basil already pre-washed. I have cilantro. I have rosemary, thyme, and all the bell peppers. That's green, red, orange, and yellow. And I also have some green onions and some celery. I'm just going to add now a little bit of water for my seasoning. Then we're going to go ahead and blend this together. And it doesn't have to be really smooth. It can be like chunky. It can be, a little rough. Not fully like a smoothie or anything. So Okay, let's see. This is also a really good blend to have at home as something to make rice with, something to make stews with, or even broth, really. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this into the chicken. I'm gonna get closer and see how chunky it is. It's not fully mixed, but it's chunky enough to really stick in the chicken. I'm gonna keep this one just for later and get my gloves again and go in and mix before leaving it to season and marinate. We're gonna now mix the wet seasonings with the dry seasonings, and let's go. I have my gloves back on. I'm gonna get back in there, just make sure the entire chicken is fully marinated with both. And it smells so good already. This is how you get maximum flavor and maximum taste. Make sure all the spices is everywhere. After all that mixing, I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this. I'm gonna then put this in the fridge for it to marinate for about 30 minutes to an hour, okay? It has now been about 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start plating it to be put in the oven in my pan. I have covered my pan entirely in aluminum foil. I thought I had parchment paper, but I did not, or I do not. So I'm just gonna spray it a little bit with some non-stick spray, if I have any more. And start plating. I'm gonna pour this in there a little bit just to kind of get this. Put this in the oven. I'm gonna leave it open because I want it to have a nice crispy texture, and leave this in for about an hour before tasting to make sure everything is tasting good. The bouillon powder needs to be added or not added, and then put it right back to unbroil. That way we get the finished product, and then we'll see how everything goes. I just took the chicken out of the oven. I'm gonna flip it over and add some bouillon powder. I did taste it, and the salt wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna add some more bouillon powder and some more salt. Finally, guys, our chicken is ready. This is how it should look like. I'm gonna go ahead and have a taste of the chicken off camera. But okay. Let me know if you tried this recipe in the comments. I would really like to know how it turned out for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you. Bye-bye.